Hello everyone, and welcome to Phillipsburg High School in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. As champion athletes, Apex Wrestling School and the Harrington Companies bring you GSHSW.com's live coverage of the number 14 Delaware Valley Terriers and the number 10 Phillipsburg Stateliners. I'm your host, Donald J. Brower, and with me on the call is James Clarke. James, these two teams battling two of the top teams in the area. Obviously, it's a toss-up with where you could be. Talk a little bit about these squads.
Well, this match is definitely going to come down to the coin flip and to the very last match. That's definitely said there. Del Val last year definitely came in and they beat Phillipsburg, but now this year it's the reverse. Now they're in Phillipsburg, so it's going to be a tough way for sure. So, as we take a look at Delaware Valley, they're right now 10-0 on the year.
First in the Raritan division, Andy Fitz, 17th year, 276 and 94. They're a two-time Group 1 champion and a favorite to repeat in Group 1 again. Their only win in the series with Fitz as head coach was last year at home. And for the Phillipsburg Stateliners, 11-0, first in the Delaware division. First-year head coach Tim Longanker. They're the favorite to win the North 2 Group 5 and make the Group 5 final. And have a couple little notes on the series thanks to Open Mike Wildman, a friend of the show. In the series history, Phillipsburg is 38-7 overall, dating back to 1975. But Delaware Valley ended a 13-match skid in the series last season with that 33-27 win in Alexandria Township. The Stateliners' last victory was at home, 45-3 on February 6, 2020. In this series, these teams did not meet during the 78-79, 2008-2009, or the COVID season, or 21-22. Del Val's last road win in this series was a 42-9 at the pit on February 1st, 96. The other victories came in 75, 82, 84, 93, and 0-5. And we've talked about how dominant a team that Phillipsburg is. All time in program history, Phillipsburg is 230, 42-2 versus other Huntington Warren schools.
Oh my goodness, that's definitely some stats right there for sure. And we'll see what Del Val can do tonight, but it's going to be hard for them to wrestle here at Phillipsburg, but I think they're definitely going to keep it very close. It comes down to the final bout. Before we get started, we like to take the time to thank our main sponsor for the live stream tonight, and it is Viller Roller Rink in Washington, New Jersey, for providing financial support tonight for tonight's matchup. And we also like to take the time to thank our following sponsors for tonight's match, and they are the following: Gagliardi and Melski Attorneys at Law, Sharky's Alpha, Judy's Auto Repair, Rocco's Pizza, Bagel Shack Food Mart, Duke's Pizza, Dutch Mill Market, Kingwood Auto Service, and Joe's Steak Shop for providing financial support this season to allow GSHSW.com's broadcast of tonight's match. And today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GSHSW.com's live wrestling coverage. And if you like everything that we have to provide it here, follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardensStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardensStateHSW, on Instagram at GardensStateHSWrestling. And if you like everything that we have provided here through our YouTube page, hit that little like button down below and hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs, your teams, your counties, your sites. And the match tonight will be starting at 285 pounds. And the two teams will come out to get the coin flip done. As Del Val head coach Andy Fitz out there with his captains, Coach Longacre for Phillipsburg and his team captain for tonight.
You know, it's actually interesting. You know who that is with him? That's Caleb Rivera.
I was just going to say, Caleb Rivera, who was honored tonight for their senior night.
Yep, and he would have been out there anyway. He would have been out there if he didn't get hurt. So good job by this Phillipsburg team honoring him in this year.
And it looks like Delaware Valley is going to send out first. Excuse me, now Phillipsburg sends out first. So this is John Wargo of Phillipsburg and Kyle Cook from Delaware Valley.
And we're ready to get this started.
And Wargo definitely ready to go there as soon as that whistle blew. Ready to go that he's showing. There he goes on one of his all-time favorite moves, a double leg takedown, leads it 2-0 over Cook. Gonna go ahead, let him up, make it 2-1.
Packed gym here tonight. Got to see both Phillipsburg gyms here in the pit, and this one is just as packed. And I mean, the pit was overhanging when you looked at it, but now this is completely. I mean, this is the thing to do tonight for these fans.
100%. As Wargo goes in, gets another takedown, leads it 4-1. As he's gonna let up Cook all the way up.
You know what's interesting there with Wargo does is when he floats up on the body, what he'll do is he'll basically look, and he kind of sits there and is ready to swoop in and get the, get a move out of that.
He's definitely a very fast heavyweight wrestler for sure.
But he's always looking for that next move when he does it.
100% he does. He's always quick to those kind of moves when he sees them. As he already leads this one, 6-3. Less than a minute to go. Wargo going in. There he is, another. Definitely favoring those double leg takedowns for sure. It's a favorite move of his that we see him do often.
Now he's going to run up, give him, see if he can work something here, get some points.
So he leads this 8-3, make it 40 seconds left to go in the first period. See if he could try to work something as we're approaching 30 seconds left. Now we got a stall warning on Cook, the first one of this bout. See what Wargo can try to do. He has control of that wrist. See if he tries to work a crossface now. He has a crossface looking for the twister. Was in a little bit of bad position for the cradle, so I think he was trying to twist him back there, but not doing anything there. 5 seconds left to go in the first period.
Wargo's content just letting it go to the second?
I think so, 100%. He knows he's definitely been dominating this bout so far. He leads it 8-3, Cook defers. Wargo's gonna go underneath to start the second period. As both wrestlers are gonna get themselves set. See what Cook can try to do from the top position. He tries to work on something as far as that goes. Now trying to lean back there is Wargo, stands up, Cook cuts him.
Wargo was actually just looking for a reverse there. If you saw, he was looking for his opening, he decided to get up.
Yeah, he was taking control of those wrists and wanted to try to do what they call the roll for sure to get a reversal. Now he leads at 11-3, major decision territory as he's looking in now for
He's running it, he's got that hand.
He's got it very close right there. Should be near the fall here. And
slides back on, gets the weight on it, just eases into it.
I think he should be getting it any moment there. Just needs that right shoulder blade. And I'll tell you something, if Del Val keeps this to a tech fall, it could be a win for Del Val as Wargo leads this one 14-3.
That was a great job fighting off his back by Cook there. I thought he was done.
He was very, very close to it as Wargo
trying to run it again. He's got that half.
He knows that he has him there almost near a pin. And he's got the pin. Puts Phillipsburg on the board, 6-0. The Phillipsburg Stateliners lead over the Delaware Valley Terriers. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athletes, Apex Wrestling School, and Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of tonight's wrestling coverage. So for this 106 bout here, Phillipsburg Stateliners lead this one 6-0 over the Delaware Valley Terriers. We're already back up at the top with the 106 bout. As he goes in on a double leg there. Has a double leg, nice double leg takedown there. Leads this one now 2-0 with over 15 seconds into the first period as he tries to work some wrist control there. Tries to do an elbow chop is Pettinelli and fought hop of Del Val.
I'll go with that fourth trap.
And Pettinelli definitely been a solid freshman this year for the Stateliners at 106. That's had some nice, exciting moments for the Stateliners this year. Now he's trying to work a tilt is Pettinelli. See what we can try and do with that. Maybe Try to see if he could try to get a cheap tilt, but nothing doing there. Now he throws in that half. Now he works to the other side, which is definitely something that Pettinelli definitely wants. He doesn't want to get caught for stalling if he's riding on the same side for too long of a period of time. Tries to run in. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GSHSW.com's live wrestling coverage. And we are here at Phillipsburg High School in Phillipsburg, New Jersey, covering the Phillipsburg Stateliners and the Delaware Valley Terriers with your commentators on the call, Donald J. Brower and James Clarke. We are here at the 106 bout. 15 seconds left to go in the first period.
John Wargo set the place on fire with a nice pin in the second period pin to put him up 6-0 here.
Definitely. That was definitely something that Phillipsburg definitely wanted.
And on senior night especially.
100%. And Pettinelli leads 2-0 after one period. Going into the second period, they're looking over to the Stateliners bench. Pettinelli's going to go bottom to start the second period. As both wrestlers get themselves set. Trying to work a switch was Pettinelli quick, but then he gets the escape, makes it 3-0. As both wrestlers are staring each other down. A lot of hand fighting, and now Pettinelli trying to get him back in, sink him back into the mat. Gets a takedown of his own, 5-0. The second takedown of this bout. And he's definitely dragging him back into the center of the mat. Now we'll see what Pettinelli can try to do from that, because he's right there at the edge of the mat. So has to make sure that there's good mat awareness. Now he's running looked like he was trying to run looks like he's running a half there from our perspective.
I don't think he's got the arch yet on the back.
Yeah, not too quite yet, but he just has to be careful he doesn't get reversed there. But great job with the hip movements from Pettinelli. And Pettinelli just looked like he was trying to cut him, and I think he is. So make it 5-1. Pettinelli leads this one, and they go out of bounds. Pettinelli leading 5-1 over Fought Hop of Del Val. And Pettinelli getting in on another shot of his own, and gets in, gets the takedown, leads it 7-1 now, extends the lead. Now trying to throw a crossface in is Pettinelli.
What Del Val's trying to do here, obviously, is they want to stem this emotion. Obviously, it's senior night. They want to kind of ride this early wave, get it done, and then, you know, hopefully get the points and bonus points where they need it. There's still some quality wrestlers from Peterborough coming out, but there's going to be some coin toss flips that they're going to have to win, you know, pick 'em matches, and that's going to be the key here for Del Val.
And bonus points for sure. It's definitely going to be key tonight for bonus points for Delaware Valley. We got 5 seconds left to go in the second period. And after 2 periods, Pettinelli will lead this one 7-1 going into the third. We fought Rob's choice in the third. He's going to go bottom to start the third period. And Pettinelli, looking over to his coaches, indicates neutral, so he's going to cut him, make it 7-2 now. And both wrestlers are back on their feet. See what Pettinelli can do, as he's been dominating over Rob of Del Val. See if he can try to get in there on his own, but blocking it off this Rob. Good job by him, but Pettinelli dominates in that, makes it 9-2 now. Stateliners bench indicating Pettinelli to cut him, and now they go right back to the center of the mat. 9-3 Pettinelli. Elbow pass there. Now we got a stall warning on Fought as Pettinelli gets in. He has that single leg right there.
Fought-Rap's got to push that leg back and get out, but he gives up the easy 2 here.
Now makes it 11-3, major decision tour. Well, now after that escape, it's still regular decision, so makes it now 11-4. But Pettinelli been dominating on his feet. Just been taking him down, letting him up at this point, trying to work for the bonus points, as that would be key for the Stateliners tonight. See what Pettinelli can do, where 50 seconds left in the third period. See what he can try and do from that perspective. Now he tries to throw in. He's trying to get that hand back there, but now he has a wrist and something under lock there from his leg. Nothing doing there. Now we got another stall there. That's going to be a point for Pettinelli. Makes it 14-4 now.
I mean, as long as he doesn't get pinned here, I think that might be a win for the Terriers.
100%. That's definitely something that they definitely want to be able to do, is limit bonus points tonight, and that's exactly what they did last year. Got under 5 seconds, and Pettinelli wins it 14-4, but Del Val, you know, clapping for Paul for definitely not giving up that pin, so that's definitely huge for him. Follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. If you like everything that we have provided to you through our YouTube page, hit that little like button down below and hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your site. GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. We are here at the Phillipsburg High School, covering the Phillipsburg Stateliners and the Delaware Valley Terriers with your commentators on the call, Donald J. Brower and James Clarke. We are here at the 113 bout with Massimo Gonzalez and Byers from Del Val. Gonzalez getting quick to work here, gets a takedown, but looking for a lot more is Gonzalez.
I think he has him hooked up near side, so he's trying to roll him, but Byers is trying to peel those hands.
Definitely not wanting to give up that 6 for the Terriers, but nothing doing there. Gonzalez just needs to readjust just a little bit. Still leads it 2-0, but blocking it off there is Byers, and doing a nice job of blocking it off too, as he grabs control of that leg right there to prevent the cradle from happening.
He's got to peel those hands and turn away.
And that would be the best thing for him to do at this time.
Byers gets a hand down, gets Elise up and out of the way.
Just has to be careful that he doesn't get caught there of his own, but, you know. All right, and now Gonzalez has him, and only 1 count. That was also no back points there given. And Gonzalez still leads this one 2-0, and what looked like was going to be quick work for Gonzalez to work back points. And he might get something here going now, but nothing doing there. Byers definitely holding on for dear life, and great job for him.
This is like round 1 of Rocky IV. He's just holding on here.
Oh, 100%. It just shows the flexibility of what Byers has for him, for sure.
I mean, if I showed somebody this match without the audio and just explained to them, they would have thought this guy would have been up big time. It's only up 2-0 for the takedown. He didn't get any points.
No, not at all, and that's something that Gonzalez will be looking at later on. But we got the 5-second mark here left in the first period, and after 1 period, Gonzalez leads 2-0, but give credit to where credit is due. Byers has definitely held his own there after 1 period. So Gonzalez leads it 2-0 over Byers of Del Val, and Byers is going to go underneath to start the second period, excuse me. Getting a little bit ahead of myself there. And now we'll see what he can try to do here, as Gonzalez definitely trying to want to get back to work here, as he has the head pushed into that left shoulder of Byers. Has control of that wrist. See what he can try to do from that. And now trying to break down the ankle is Gonzalez.
I'll tell you what, that was a great fight by Byers in that first period. I mean, it looked rough.
100%. It definitely looked like it was going to be a quick over match there, but, you know, credit where credit is due for sure, as Byers does get warned with stalling already. This is the second period that we are in, so that was the first stall warning of this bout. Gonzalez trying to bring back that arm. See if we can try to break him back down, but Byers. And
now he's in trouble. still fighting to stay off his back, though.
Now he's going to get some back points coming his way for Gonzalez.
He's got to try to belly out here if he can.
And that arm definitely looks trapped there for sure. But we know the flexibility of Byers has been phenomenal thus far in this bout. And he gets off his back there momentarily. The official is holding the 3 back points.
Going to be 5-0 here, it looks like.
And he lets go of that, so it will be 5-0. 22 seconds left to go in the second period, with Gonzalez leading this one 5-0. And a very hard-fought 5-0 lead so far. Under 10 seconds left to go in the second. Another stall warning there. That's going to be a point for Gonzalez. And Byers trails it 6-0. And Gonzalez is going to go neutral to start the third period. Try to get the extra bonus point for sure, or possibly even try to get more. Because it's been very hard for him to turn him from top. So trying the takedown game now makes it 7-0 for Gonzalez. And blocking off the whizzer is Byer, but Gonzalez gets the takedown, leads it 9-0. More than 15 seconds into the third. And the coach is indicating Gonzalez just to go ahead and cut him. Makes it 9-1 now after that cut. Now trying to get in on another shot of his own there is Gonzalez. But blocking it off there is Byers. And they go out of bounds. Minute 22 left to go in the third. As both wrestlers will get themselves. Now we're going to get a little bit of some time. Go ahead and follow us on social media. On Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you like everything that we have provided here, please be sure to hit that little like button down below and hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs. Do you like what you see today? Are you looking for a way to advertise your business to customers? We have limited sponsorship opportunities left for the 2023-24 season. You can sponsor one of our live streams or a local team page. Just click on a blank ad logo and fill out the sponsor form. Let GardenStateHSWrestling.com make you the star of the show. We would like to take the time to thank our main live stream sponsor for tonight, Villa Roller Rink in Washington, New Jersey, for providing financial support for tonight's action. We also would like to take the time to thank the following sponsors for tonight's match, and they are the following: Gagliardi and Melski's Attorney at Law, Sharky's Alpha, Judy's Auto Repair, Rocco's Pizza, Bagel Shack Food Mart, Duke's Pizza, Dutch Mill Market, Kingwood Auto Service, and Joe's Steak Shop for providing financial support this season to allow GardenStateHSWrestling.com's broadcast of tonight's match.
Getting the restart here. He just got banged up. You know, sometimes you get the hands in the face, you get a little scrape. I think it just might have been a scrape across. Nothing too serious. It looked like just kind of, you know, clean it up.
Definitely. But always good to look at that as we approach 1 minute left to go in the third period. And Gonzalez gets takedown. 11-1, Gonzalez leads this one over Byers. So right now he would be in major decision territory. And it's going to get stopped here for some blood. So we'll get some blood time here for Byers. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. We are here at Phillipsburg High School covering the Phillipsburg Stateliners versus the Delaware Valley Terriers with your commentators on the call, Donald J. Brower and James Clarke. We are here at the 113-pound bout here, getting some blood time.
Just cut the blood time.
So we'll be getting back to the action momentarily.
Like we said, if we have limited sponsorship opportunities left for the remainder of the 23-24 season, if you want to be a sponsor on a live stream or on the website, just click your ad here or send me an email. We're the premier high school wrestling provider in New Jersey. Don't listen to the goof. We deliver the proof. Don't work with the rest. Deal with the best. GardenStateHSWrestling.com is the premier high school wrestling provider in New Jersey. Back to the action here.
45 seconds left to go in the third. Gonzalez leads it 10-1 now.
So it looks like Gonzalez had a nosebleed of some sort, and the plug fell out a little bit there, so they had to redo it.
That usually happens quite a bit in the sport of wrestling.
30 seconds, 30.
I think if it happens again, you're going to get the tape around the face.
Yeah, that's usually a fan favorite to see, but not so much as a wrestler.
And not so much for the parents.
And the parents as well. It's definitely not fun for them to see that, but 15 seconds left to go in the third period. Gonzalez has a major decision right now, 10-1.
That's what it looks like it's going to be. I don't think he's going to get much more here.
No, I don't think so, but Byers, credit to him. Say it off his back for as long as he could. Fought off Gonzalez in that first period. So for him to walk away with that 10-1 loss is definitely incredible, and it could be a win for Delaware Valley.
Once again, they're giving up majors, but they're not giving up pins.
And that's the biggest thing, of course, in this biggest matchup of the year for them. So we'll go to 120 pounds now. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. 14-0, the Stateliners lead over the Terriers. And we are about to start at 120 pounds. We have Garrix from Phillipsburg and Taylor from Del Val. Taylor getting in on a quick takedown on Garrix.
Still hasn't gotten it yet.
No, not yet.
And Garrix obviously is the son of the current head coach at
Centenary College, or University now, rather.
Yes, University. It's moving on up to the east side. Okay.
But definitely was a phenomenal wrestler for the Stateliners back in his day. And Garrix got a takedown of his own there, but that's still gonna stand as Garrix leads it 2-0 over Taylor, which looked like it was gonna be a Taylor takedown, instead ended up being Garrix takedown. Gonna be caution on Taylor, moved very quickly there from the bottom position.
That's a little close call on the side there. I'm not sure if Garrix had the other leg in, but they gave it to him.
Yeah, it was very, very close. But going in, he's riding in from top is Garrix. Has control of that single leg right now is Garrix. Just has to be careful he doesn't get hit, but as I say that, he gets hit for stalling. And at this point here, he doesn't want to get caught for stalling again, but it looks like it's going to be, and it is. And that's going to be a point for Taylor.
He should have let him go. Once he started pulling away, you just let him go.
I think the coaches were definitely telling him to cut him at that point. But now make it 2-1, Garrix.
And that'll have to work in Taylor's favor. You figure later on, already getting the two warnings and getting the point for it, Taylor can move on and see what happens here.
Absolutely. And we'll see what happens if he can get out from Garrix. And Garrix still riding in there, but not really working up too much there, and they go out of bounds. We'll see what happens. We have 38 seconds left to go in the first period. Garrix leads this one 2-1. Has control of that other arm. Trying to lift him back up is Garrix. And trying to work a switch there was Taylor, but nothing doing there for him.
Too much around the waist.
Yeah, very tight waist, 100%. And he's got to cut him at this point. The coaches are even telling him to cut him. And it's going to get warned again. And that's going to be another point for Taylor.
Right now it's 2-2, and that's just because of Garrix stalling.
I mean, give credit for Garrix for riding out, but you can't give up those points like that for sure. And that's going to be the end of one period. We're all tied up at 2.
We're tied at 2.
And he's going to defer to Taylor. Taylor's going to choose. He's going to choose bottom to start. And I think he was going over to his coach, listening to see what his coach was going to tell him.
You know what's interesting there? I'll tell you what, I'm surprised he didn't take neutral.
I was thinking something like that was going to happen.
Just because of how quick they were going, I thought maybe, and with the fact that Garrix has a couple stallings and already given up the points, you see what you can do, unless you think he's just going to hold on to you again.
I mean, that could be very well the case there too. but we'll see what happens as Taylor stands. At this point, Garrix can't afford, and yep, he does cut him there. So now it's
finally an animated Coach Longacre was saying,
the whole coaching staff was telling him to do it at that point. You don't want to give up two stall points there, but 3-2 lead there right now for Taylor.
And Taylor has no stalling warnings.
Nope, not at all. And he's in a front headlock position, and we'll see what happens if anything happens here as he's in that front headlock position. Try to see if he can get something of his own. Garrix going in. Near the takedown, but having control of that ankle is Taylor. Nothing doing there yet. Nothing doing there. He still has control of that ankle. Great scrambling position, great defensive wrestling for Taylor. Nothing there yet for him. The Phillipsburg gym wants a takedown right there, but nothing is doing yet. Should be near it, but still blocking it off is Taylor. 50 seconds left to go in the second. Nothing doing there. They are still, no one has control, and it's going to get stopped. Technical violation. Grabbing the headgear. That's going to be a point for Taylor.
No, that's going to be a point for Garrix.
Oh, really? So now that makes everything interesting. So we're now tied up at 3. Wow.
And I think there's some blood time here.
I believe so. So let's go ahead and talk about our social medias. Follow us on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you like everything that we have provided here today, hit that little like button down below on our YouTube page and hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs, your teams, your counties, your site. GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. Do you like what you see today? Are you looking for a way to advertise your business to customers? We have limited sponsorship opportunities left for the 2023-24 season. You can sponsor one of our live streams or a local team page. Just click on a blank ad logo and fill out the sponsor form. Let GardenStateHSWrestling.com make you the star of the show.
Like you say, he's getting a nose punch. I, personally, from the way I saw it, I looked like it could have been 2 there. They could have called 2 when he came around. So it was interesting, and then he stopped it. I mean, the entire Phillipsburg side was not thrilled that there was no points given.
Not at all, not at all. And he was very close to the takedown there for sure. But fighting that off was Taylor and doing such a great job with it too. But it's definitely been an exciting bout so far between these two wrestlers. So as they clean off the blood, we should get back to the action. We're all tied up at 3 in a very entertaining 120 bout between Garrix and Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're looking again for some blood. I think they're looking if it was blood on the singlet or the headgear. One of the two, at least.
Yeah, I think it might be on his shin guard.
Which is always an easy clean there. We're all tied up at 3, 14-0. The Stateliners lead this. Donald J. Brower and James Clarke on the call between the Phillipsburg Stateliners and the Delaware Valley Terriers. We'll get back to the action here as he clips back on his headgear as Taylor. And now they're going to get back to the center of that. And what has been an exciting match so far. The Phillipsburg,
very exciting.
The Phillipsburg crowd definitely on their feet for sure. Taylor gets in that front headlock position.
The difference is here, he has that front headlock, and Garrix doesn't have a hand up by his legs. Now he readjusts, but he had it in good position to come around if he wanted to.
100% for sure. We'll see what Taylor could do from that. Trying to spin around that is Taylor, but blocking it off has been Garrix. Doing that. 13 seconds left to go in the second period. Fighting for dear life is Garrix to not give up that takedown. Nothing there. We're still in the neutral position. 3, 2, 1, and that's going to be the end of 2 periods. We're all tied up at 3, and we'll see where Garrix chooses to go, which I believe would go bottom. That's what I kind of thought that was going to happen, was go bottom. And we'll see what Taylor can do as we're all knotted up at 3 here at the end of 2 periods. And Taylor getting 2 stolen points and an escape.
And remember, Garrett does have those 2 stall warnings, so even if he cuts him here, lets him up, he's down 1. All he's got to do is push the issue. There's more points there. This just want to give up 2, though.
No, Taylor just has to be careful with himself, too, kind of readjust a little bit. See what they could do from that.
Great job by Taylor to readjust there. He looked in bad position.
Yeah, it looked like he could have just topped his hip over right there, and he could have gotten the reversal for Garrix, but great job by Taylor. As the official is telling the wrestlers, just keep wrestling, keep wrestling. We want to see some more action going on from the mat.
Big night of action. As we said, the gym's packed. You have some press luminaries, like you have Brad Wilson from the Express Times, Michael Wildman from Open Mic, and others. I mean, this is, the media luminaries are here.
Just goes to show you how big this match is. 1 minute left to go in the third. Has control of that ankle so far. We'll see what Garrix can do with it. Getting in bad position is Taylor. Just needs to be careful of his own there. Watch a little bit of the knee, but getting a little sloppy there from the top position is Taylor, and Garrix near the reversal and could put Taylor in some danger. Gonna get the reversal, leads it 5-3, 30 seconds left to go in the third period. My goodness, what a match we have here. Just has to be careful he does not get hit for stall again. If he does, it would be 2 points. And trying to lift him back down at that point. And just got to be careful he doesn't give up a reversal of his own. But Taylor near the reversal of his own. And the officials say no reversal there. Garrix wins this one 5-3, extends the Stateliners lead to 17-0 over the Terriers. Great win for the freshman. Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. If you like everything that we have provided so far this season through our YouTube page, hit that little like button down below and hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your site, GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. We provide the best wrestling coverage in the state of New Jersey. There is no doubt about it. We are here at Phillipsburg High School covering the Phillipsburg Stateliners versus the Delaware Valley Terriers with your commentators on the call, Donald J. Brower and James Clarke. We are here at the 126-pound bout here. And what an exciting bout that we saw in the last one. Garrix winning that one 5-3. Getting in on some shots there. See if Phillipsburg can pick up that momentum after that huge victory from Garrix. As both wrestlers readjust. Getting in on that takedown. Leads this one 2-0. See if he could try to do something, but throws in a half there, but just has to be careful he doesn't give up the reversal, and he does. Is Perez from Del Val. We're all tied up at 2. McWilliams from Phillipsburg and Perez from Del Val. We're all tied up at 2. Under a minute left to go in the first period. Looked like Perez was, in that kind of position where he thought that he could have gotten a Peterson roll, but instead got the reversal, which is fine. But either way, we're all tied up here at 2. Seeing if Perez can try to do something from this and from top.
You know what I thoroughly enjoy about events like these too? The dueling student sections.
The student section is always the most fun to watch when you're at any sporting event, for sure. They always come up with some of the craziest stunts and the craziest sayings ever, which is always a lot of fun to see. We get a stall warning there on McWilliams. We're going to go into the second period. We're all knotted up at 2.
One period, we're tied at 2.
And it looks looks like it's going to be Perez's choice. He's going to go bottom to start the second period. Perez, one of the pound-for-pound wrestlers for this Delaware Valley squad. McWilliams, also one of the solid wrestlers for the Stateliners.
What's interesting is the student section for Phillipsburg just chanted, "Sit down, shut up." The student section from Del Val is sitting down. They were already sitting down.
Like I say, it's always fun to see the student sections go at it. Both wrestlers get set. Looking for a switch is Perez. See what Perez can do from that. And he has the reversal of his own. Takes the lead 4-2. See if he can try to do something from there as he has control of that wrist. See if we can try to bring him back there. Now trying to work to the side is Perez. See if he can try to work a near side cradle, but nothing doing there for him. Brings McWilliams back down to the mat. Great job by him. We'll try to see what Perez can do from this position as he tries to press pressure on the head. There is Perez. Nothing doing there. Perez trying to bring him back down, drags him right back into the mat. As McWilliams trying to get out from that. 1 minute to go in the second period. 4-2 lead here for Perez of Del Val. Now working to the side there is Perez. See if we can do something from there. Looking for a, looked like a 3/4 Nelson, but nothing there for him. For Perez, nothing doing there. 40 seconds left to go in the second. See what he could do from that. 3/4 Nelson. We're going to get a point here for Perez after that stall warning, stall again for McWilliams. 1 point for Perez. 5-2 lead here for Perez. 23 seconds left to go in the second period. Near the out of bounds line there are both wrestlers, but Perez definitely understanding mat awareness and definitely wrestling to every single inch. They go out of bounds. 5 seconds left to go in the second. Perez owns a 5-2 lead right now. And Del Val trying to look for their first victory of the evening. As both wrestlers get set. And after 2 periods, Perez leads this one 5-2 over McWilliams.
For 2 periods, Jaden Perez leads 5-2.
And McWilliams indicating to go neutral to start the third period.
I think they figured they want to get some action out of him. You know, he hasn't been able to get out from what he's been doing, so.
Yeah, Perez has been doing such an awesome job riding from top. Let's see what he can do from the neutral position. Because he did get that early takedown in the first period on Perez. Might be able to do it again. But Perez trying to get in. Initiating the action is Perez.
Perez work, and if he goes here for another shot, I wouldn't be surprised if McWilliams gets banged again.
And that's what he does. He gets hit again. That makes it 1 point for Perez. 6-2. Should own now a 8-2 lead. And he does 8-2. Now makes it 8-3 after cutting McWilliams. Perez trying to get in on shots again. McWilliams defending it, but Perez overpowering it, gets another takedown, makes it now should be 10-3. Now looking for a cradle. That would be something big if Del Val could get 6 here. And the crowd is going wild as he's getting back points.
Problem is he's under the shoulders a little too much. He's got to readjust a little bit.
And that's the biggest thing right there. But he's going to get 3 back points currently right now. Perez has a 13-3 lead. This is a major decision territory for Perez. He's going to try and lock this one up again. And we'll see if he can lock something up because Del Val definitely wants to get any sort of win at this point. And
nice float over.
Just got to be careful of his own there. Is in a scary position, but getting 2 back points there is Perez if he doesn't stick them, but very close to it. Nothing doing there. Perez, it owns now after the 2 back points, 15-3. Has control of that, and we'll see what happens. The crowd is shouting out for stalling again on McWilliams, but nothing doing there. 15 seconds left to go in the third. See what he can try to do from that. But not going to have enough time, as Perez is going to go ahead with the 15-3 major decision win to put the Terriers on the board as they trail this one 17-4.
Jaden Perez wins by major decision to score 15-3.
Follow us on social media on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you like everything that we have provided here today for our YouTube page, hit that little like button down below. And be sure to hit that subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your site, GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. We are here at Phillipsburg High School covering the Phillipsburg Stateliners and the Delaware Valley Terriers with the commentators on the call, Donald J. Brower and James Clarke. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage.
Roach in a shot there, very early.
And Roche was a state medal winner last year for Del Val, and
Sectional champion Colonia by the score of 59-55. That was their 12th consecutive win. They are now 12-1.
and Roche getting in. And oh, nothing there. Looked like a takedown, but the official says no. So still in neutral position between Gavin Galetta and Matt Roche.
Roach. Trust me, that one I made sure about, because I want to say Roche or it's Roach. I've asked.
Yeah. Minute 16 left to go in the first period. We're all tied up here at 0 with what looked like a quick takedown for Roach. Did not end up getting it. So now we're all tied up here at 0 still in the neutral position.
Maybe it was so quick they forgot to record it.
Maybe. Minute 5 to go in the first period. Roach with some hand fighting there.
Don't worry, I do this. I've been doing the same thing. I had to ask.
But definitely a solid wrestler for sure.
Oh, finished 8th in the state last year.
Definitely 8th in the state. When you place in the states like that, that's always impressive.
Wrestled all the way back. I mean, that's hard.
Yeah, no, 100% it is.
How many kids you see when you get down there, they just pack it in after they lose or fall or lose bracket? He wrestled all the way back, finished 8th. That shows you the heart.
100%. He's got a great coaching staff too that pushed him to that point. Got 38 seconds left in the first period. Roach leads this one 2-0. Now Galetta still maintaining his base, looking for a guillotine there, looked like, as he had that one leg hook and trying to reach that arm back. The farm arm tilt. Nothing doing there.
What if Galetta get banged for stalling here in a second? Roach is all over him.
Because he's definitely trying to work for some bonus points to help his team out for sure, to keep them in the match. As he tries to reach back, now he has that leg looking for that spladle as Roach. But after one period, he takes a 2-0 lead over Galetta. Galetta indicating that he has blood, I believe, so talk about our sponsors. Do you like what you see today? Are you looking for a way to advertise your business to customers? We have limited sponsorship opportunities left for the 2023-24 season. You can sponsor one of our live streams or our local team page. Just click on a blank ad logo and fill out the sponsor form. Let GardenStateHSWrestling.com make you the star of the show.
Don't listen to the goof. We deliver the proof. GardenStateHSWrestling.com is the premier high school wrestling provider in the area. Why work with the rest when you can work with the best? We have multiple matches we have coming up, not only here. We're going to be at the Essex County Tournament Finals on Thursday. Then Friday, they're going to have two crews, one at Clifton for PZTI versus Clifton, the other one, Kittatinny at Sparta. And then Saturday, we're going to be also covering the Morris County Tournament. And then we're going to be right back here for Ocean Township at Phillipsburg. So lots of action coming up.
And that'll be a great matchup for sure for the Stateliners. Roach leads this one 2-0. We go neutral here. Bottom for Roach and gets the escape, leads it now 3-0. And getting in that front headlock position is Galetta. See if he can try to stop him back down, but nothing doing there. And a stall warning there on Goleta. The first one of this bout. Something that we've seen a lot of Stateliner wrestlers tonight getting warned for stalling. But now getting in on a shot of his own is Goleta. We'll see if he could try to come out from the back door, but Roach having control of that ankle, trying to roll through it, make sure that he doesn't give up a takedown, and nothing doing there. We go neutral. Minute 9 left to go in the second period. Roach leads this one 3-0. Now getting in on a shot of his own yet again is Goleta, but Roach doing a good job defending it, trying to circle around and hook up the ankle, try to get a takedown of his own, but sprawling out of that is Roach. See if he gets a takedown. He does, as I say it, and he takes the lead. It's still 5-0. And looking for bonus points is Roach for sure. He definitely wants to help out his Delaware Valley team out for sure. Spinning out of it is Goleta, gets out of it, makes it 5-1 for Roach. Roach doing a really good job leading this one 5-1, but definitely wants that one. Now going in on a shot of his own is Roach. See if he could try to finish it on Goleta. Nothing doing there, still neutral, and gets a takedown of his own right before the end of the period, and he extends the lead. It's now 7-1 for Roach.
After 2 periods, Matt Roach leads 7-1.
And now Goleta's going to choose bottom to start the third period.
You almost wonder if maybe Roach will cut him here, or let him try to turn him if he can, but if not, let him up and then take him down.
I think he'll definitely play it by ear. That definitely would be a possibility. See what we can try and do from that. He's going to cut Goleta, as you said, so it makes it now 7-2. And getting in on a shot there. Goleta's been taking a lot of good shots, but just not been able to finish them. Roach trying to sprawl out of that and spins from behind. See if he could try to finish the takedown of his own. But blocking it off there is Goleta. And Roach gets the takedown, extends it to 9-2. Looking over to his coaches, seeing what he could do from there. Could be a possibility of where he could try to cut him again and get another takedown in. Play the takedown game here. Gonna get stopped for stalemate, as wrestlers will get readjusted here. And yep, Roach, just like we thought, Roach is gonna cut him, make it 9-3. Roach will play the takedown game here.
Which I figured he would do. He wants to go to major decision territory here. He's been able to take him down.
100%.
Like you said, though, Goleta's been doing a great job, of getting in on shots, just haven't been able to finish.
Yeah, that's just been the biggest problem for Goleta, is just he hasn't been able to finish, but Roach also been rolling with him through a lot. He's been getting deep in on shots, and Roach has just been much quicker in terms of defending it. And Roach trying to look for an ankle. He has that ankle. And Goleta trying to reach from the back door. See if he can get a takedown here. Just has to be careful for Roach. Just make sure he doesn't get caught of his own. And he's going to try to roll through that ankle yet again to prevent a takedown from happening. But just got to be careful of his own to not give up a loss for his own too. And that's going to get stopped for potentially dangerous, which is not in favor of the Stateliners. But they're going to go neutral. 17 seconds left to go in the third.
Roach has got to be on the action here. He wants that major.
And he could be near it, but nothing doing there. Unless he spins super quick, but nothing's going to happen there. As Goleta's only going to give up 3. And Matt Roach wins it 9-3 regular decision to make it 17-7 now for the Stateliners over the Terriers. Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. If you like everything that we have provided here today, please be sure to hit that little like button down below and subscribe to the YouTube page for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your site, GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. We are here at Phillipsburg High School covering the Phillipsburg Stateliners and the Delaware Valley Terriers with your commentators on the call, Donald J. Brower and James Clarke. We're here at the 138-pound bout with Ashford from Phillipsburg and Bush from Del Val.
This is one of those ones that I think Del Val's got to get a pin at to keep it close.
100%, and Bush having a fine season of his own, too, this year for Del Val.
Had a good showing in the HWS.
Yep, won the whole thing. You see what he could do here, but they're at the edge of the mat, and they're going to go back to the center of the mat. And like you said, Bush definitely wants to win it, but not just win it. He definitely wants to get bonus points, and he's going to cut Ashford to get that going. Makes it now 2-1. And try to get in on a shot of his own was Bush, but they're going to go out of bounds. They're going to go right back to the center of the mat.
You got to, if I'm Ashford, I got to keep an eye on it. I've been backing up the whole time. You might get hit with a stall in here.
Yeah, and that's something that Phillipsburg definitely does not want for sure. They want to be able to try to limit the bonus points as they can. And Bush for Del Val definitely looking to get those bonus points as he gets the takedown. Leads it 4-1, and trying to work for a lever was Bush, but lost control of it. And now
might get some backs here.
They'll get some back points out of it at least, but the official says no. So still 4-1.
Swiped, returned and came back. So
yeah, looked very close, but not quick enough there for back. So Bush gonna just cut him again, make it 4-2 now. I think Bush will definitely play the takedown game here.
Got a caution on Ashford.
And Bush, both wrestlers feeding each other out. Ashford getting in on a shot of his own.
Great defense by Bush. He's going to spin around.
And gets a takedown, leads it 6-2. Now working for, has that cross face thrown in there, is Bush.
Short time here. I don't think he'll cut him again.
I think he'll try to see what he can do from top. Try to see if he can get some back points going. 7 seconds left to go in the first period. Gonna get only a one swipe, that's all. Nope, no back points there for Bush. And he'll lead this one 6-2. He's gonna defer, Ashford's choice. He's gonna go bottom to start the second period. As both wrestlers get themselves set. And Ashford dropping his head to the mat there, trying to keep his base. And now Bush trying to get in on back points of his own. Might have Ashford here on his back. He gets the pin, and Del Val gets their first pin on the night and makes it 17-13. The Stateliners only lead by 4 right now. Great job for Del Val to get that pin there by Jackson Bush. Something he was definitely looking for and something the team definitely needed. Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you like everything that we have provided through our YouTube page, please be sure to hit that little like button down below this stream, and also hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your site. GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. We provide the best wrestling coverage in the state of New Jersey. There's no question about it for sure. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. We are here at Phillipsburg High School covering the Phillipsburg Stateliners versus the Delaware Valley Terriers with your commentators on the call, Donald J. Brower and James Clarke. We are here at 144 pounds after that quick pin from Bush for Del Val. And Galetta from Phillipsburg is out there, and Hassan from Del Val. And we're already 7 seconds in. Galetta already definitely being the aggressor after that 138 bout there. And see if we're gonna get some stoppage there. Looks like we're gonna get some blood time. Do you like what you see today? Are you looking for a way to advertise your business to customers? We have limited sponsorship opportunities left for the 2023-24 season. You can sponsor one of our live streams or a local team page. Just click on a blank ad logo and fill out the sponsor form. Let GardenStateHSWrestling.com make you the star of the show. We also would like to take the time to thank our main sponsor for tonight, and it is Phillipsburg Rolling Rink in Washington, New Jersey, for providing financial support for tonight's action. And we also like to take the time to thank the sponsors for tonight's match, and they are the following: Gagliardi and Melski Attorneys at Law, Sharky's Alpha, Judy's Auto Repair, Rocco's Pizza, Bagel Shack, Food Mart, Duke's Pizza, Dutch Milk Market, and Kingwood Auto Service, and Joe's Steak Shop for providing financial support this season to allow GardenStateHSWrestling.com's broadcast of tonight's match. We're going to get back to the action here at 144 pounds. Luke Galetta from Phillipsburg and Hassan from Del Val. 17-13, the Stateliners lead this right now, only up by 4, but Galetta definitely trying to get to quick works here. He gets a quick takedown of his own, leads it 2-0 over Hassan from Del Val. And see if he's trying to run an arm bar. That's something that Galetta definitely wants to run for sure. See if he tries to do something, but nothing doing there. Hassan definitely, and gonna get the escape there after that cut, makes it 2-1 now. And Galetta definitely getting in on some quick shots there. Definitely a aggressive match for sure between these two wrestlers.
Very aggressive match.
And Galetta definitely getting in on that quick takedown. 4-1 lead now for him. Trying to work a tilt is Galetta. And now trying to run the arm bar. Definitely wants to get the work here. Just has to be careful just not to rush anything, because it will get there. Just has to be careful with that arm to make sure that it's straight and not twisted up. The official is watching it. Galetta definitely looking for.
Could be a little high right there.
I think so. Just has to. It's just in a very tough predicament right there to see where that arm is, and they got to be sure to just be able to watch that. But Galetta leads it 4-1 now, right now. 15 seconds left to go in the first period. Stall warning on Hassan. Five seconds left to go in the first period. And after one period, Galetta leads it 4-1 after one period. And Galetta is going to be, Coach Longacre wants to have a discussion with the officials. Makes it now 5-1. I believe that was on another stall there, and they gave him a point right there, so that's 5-1 now for Galetta.
Guess we're trying to figure out the scoring again.
Well, I know Galetta has 2 takedowns. I think they're talking about if that was a stall or not. As the other official is going to go over, they're going to have a discussion about this to see if it was a stall. Okay, so it's still going to be 5-1 for Galetta. Hassan is going to go bottom to start the second period. Galetta looking to get back on top. Trying to run a crossface there was Galetta, now looking for a cradle, but not in good position to be able to do it. But now bringing him back into the mat, as all the coaches were definitely ready for that action right there, as both wrestlers have been aggressive in this matchup.
Getting a little chippy here.
Yeah, definitely. I think that pin definitely got Phillipsburg all fired up. Definitely wants them to get another victory for sure from their top wrestler. Now getting in that crossface was Galetta. Hassan, nothing doing there. He still has control, is Galetta.
That's a great job by Galetta with his leg in between, holding it through. So Hassan said he had a shot at getting a reversal there and basically couldn't come around.
Yeah, definitely. It was very, very close to that, but Galetta following through with that. almost think, yep, I think the coaches, just like I thought, they're going to tell him to cut him. Now we'll make it 5-2 for Goleta.
A lot of hands right here.
Definitely, I think that's definitely been the factor of this match here. Goleta leads it now 7-2 after that takedown. Under a minute left to go. Now looking for that arm bar yet again is Goleta. Definitely looking to pin his opponent from Del Val for sure to get some bonus points. And the pin for sure.
A little high on that arm. I think he might get stopped there.
Yeah, and nothing doing there.
He's going to get the swipe for 2.
He'll get 2 back points there unless he tries to stick him. He might have him stuck just a little bit more. I think.
Great job by Hassan to fight off his back. But
yeah. And only going to get 2 back points out of that is Goleta. Makes it now 9-2. But great job by Hassan for definitely getting out of that one for sure with what looked like almost a pin.
I'll tell you what, this is Goleta's one of the studs for P-Bird. You don't let him get super bonus points, like let him keep it to a major. That's a big win for Del Val.
100% a returning state medalist from last year. And after 2 periods, Goleta leads it 9-2. Needs to wrestle 2 more minutes. It's Hassan. We'll see what happens going into the 3rd period. It's going to be Goleta's choice. He's going to go bottom. We'll see what Hassan can do from the top position, but just has to be careful of himself to not give up anything huge. Brings it back down is Hassan. Now Hassan trying to ride from the right side of Goleta, now working to the left. And nice reversal there by Goleta. We'll make it now 11-2. 20 seconds into the 3rd period. Goleta definitely looking for some bonus points for sure. He's got tilt there, but nothing doing there as Hassan definitely rolled through that. And now he's throwing in something. He has control of that arm, the head. Now trying to do a spiral is Goleta, looking through to see.
Goleta's getting a little frustrated.
I think he's getting frustrated because of the fact that he just cannot pin Hassan. It's been the takedown game here for him tonight. Almost feel like that they might try to do something, but Hassan doing a great job of not getting any points here or giving up a pin right here. Now there's going to be another stall there on Hassan. That's going to be 1 point for Goleta. Makes it now 12-2. Goleta leads this one. They're going to go out of bounds. 42 seconds left to go in the 3rd period. It's definitely been a very aggressive and definitely, as some would say, a very chippy matchup here at 144 pounds. As Goleta definitely looking for some more bonus points to try to get 6 for his team, but Hassan may be preventing that.
Coach Fitz isn't really thrilled with some of the calls in this match.
30 seconds, 30.
As Goleta definitely now throwing in that forearm on top of Hassan's head. See what he can do. Just telling the wrestlers to just keep wrestling, telling Hassan to try to work up for something, but
that arm was almost hooked bad.
9 seconds left to go in the 3rd. Hassan holding on here and not gonna have enough time to work anything else out, but it's going to be a 12-2 major decision win for Luke Goleta. But hey, that could be a win for Del Val at the end. You never know after giving up that major. Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. If you like everything that we have provided here today, please be sure to hit that like button down below and hit the subscribe button on our YouTube page for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your site, GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. We provide the best wrestling coverage in the state of New Jersey, no doubt about it. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. We are here at Phillipsburg High School covering the Phillipsburg Stateliners and the Delaware Valley Terriers with your commentators on the call, Donald J. Brower and James Clarke. We are here at 150 pounds now, and this is Hawk from Phillipsburg and Doback from Del Val.
Yeah, we're getting to some close matchups here, and this is what we're talking about. Sure, Stateliners were up by 8, but Goleta didn't get a pin. You know, everybody else, they've limited the bonus points. That's what you need.
100%. And really the only pin that we've seen from Phillipsburg, if I'm not mistaken, was John Wargo at heavyweight.
Yes.
And then the Terriers got a pin of their own from Jackson Bush.
Yes.
So a pin each so far from both teams. Never know what can happen. But Gavin Hawk, definitely one of the best wrestlers for the Stateliners, recent HWS champion, along with his teammates of Goleta, Wargo, and Liam Packer. And now we'll see what happens. Got a minute left to go in the first period. We'll see what Doback can do here, try to hold off. He's been doing a good job holding off Hawk at this point in the match. Is going to get stopped there for a stalemate. Both wrestlers going to go right back on their feet. But Doback definitely no slouch of his own too, having a nice fine season for the Terriers as well. Trying to get some stutter steps there is Doback. Try to see if he can run something, but Gavin Hawk getting in on a takedown of his own. He leads it 2-0 over Doback. Let's see if he can try to run something there is Hawk. Try to see if he can run that twister on Doback. Nothing doing there for him.
You know, that's the one I think the big difference now is you have a lot of these guys from Del Val who are peeling off some of these moves that most times people would lock them up in.
Definitely, and you know, we're definitely approaching the meat of Del Val's lineup for sure coming up. So we'll see. It's probably going to come down to the last 2 bouts, or even the last bout for sure, if things work out in their favor. But Hawk leads this one 2-0 after 1 period. We're going into the second period. Hawk is going to go bottom to start the second period. And Doback getting ready on top. Looking for that switch was Hawk. See if Doback can try to lift him back to the mat. See if he can try to lift up on that leg, but just has to be careful he doesn't get hit for stalling. Brings Hawk back down to the mat. Has control now of that leg. Is Doback not giving up anything. And he's gonna give up the escape. Hawk leads it now 3-0. And getting in is Hawk on that takedown. Leads it now 5-0 over Doback. They're going to go out of bounds, get back to the center of the mat.
Interesting fact about Gavin Hawk, he scored a perfect score on his math part of the SATs.
That's impressive for him. Congratulations. I couldn't even get that on my SAT. I don't even remember what I got on my SAT.
I don't even think you got the 300 for spelling your name right.
Listen, I'd be lucky if I even got my name right, which is debatable. Minute 10 left to go in the second period.
Work up here. Good, good. Peel it off again. Keep peeling it.
1 minute to go in the second. Hawk leads it 5-0 over Doback. And now we got a stall warning on Doback, the first one of this bout. See if we can try to twist him back here, but looking for that tilt was Hawk, but nothing doing there. See if he can try to run. Now he's got an arm bar there, looking for that cheap tilt there is Hawk. Got him on his back. He gets some back points coming out of there. The official is waving for 2 back points. Hawk is going to get it, 2 back points. 7-0 lead here for Hawk. Now looking for a crossface.
20 seconds.
See if he tries to get that wrist control from Hawk. Try to bring him back down. Tries to drag him back. We got short time here. 7 seconds left to go in the second, but hey, Hawk might have other ideas. He might get the pin, and Hawk gets the pin. Something that the Stateliners definitely needed for sure as they extend the lead now to 27-13. Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. If you like everything that we have provided here tonight, please be sure to hit that little like button down below and hit the subscribe button on our YouTube page for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your site. GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. We provide the best wrestling coverage in the state of New Jersey. There is no question about it. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. We are here at Phillipsburg High School covering the Phillipsburg Stateliners and the Delaware Valley Terriers with your commentators on the call, Donald J. Brower and James Clarke. We are here at 157 pounds. The Liners lead it now 27-13 after that pin from Gavin Hawk. As both wrestlers are going to go near out of bounds there. They do go out of bounds, and a nice headlock that was thrown in there, but nothing doing there for either wrestler as the official rules them out of bounds. Minute 25 left to go in the first period. This day is for the Stateliners and Levy for Delaware Valley. Day with
I'll tell you what, those cheerleaders have fear in their eyes.
Every time we see a wrestling match and the cheerleaders are at the edge of the mat, they definitely get very, very nervous when the wrestlers get near them. And he gets that takedown, leads it 2-0 for the Terriers. Working that cross face there. There's Levy. See what he can try and do from that. Spiral ride there from Levy. Now trying to see if he can work up. And they're going to go out of bounds, and we're going to get right back to the center of the mat. And yeah, he's going to cut. He's going to cut Day, make it 2-1 now. Levy over Day, 2-1. And this is definitely one that Coach Fitz definitely wants, for sure.
Oh, 100%.
In any sort of way. I mean, a pin would definitely be something special, but Day trying to throw in that headlock. And that's the second one that we've seen, but nothing doing there for him as they go out of bounds. Day a little slow to get up. And we'll see what he does as they get back to the center of the mat. And now the Russian arm tie there for Levy, which we haven't seen much of that this season, the Russian arm tie, which can be very effective if used correctly. And we'll see what he could do from now. We're 2 seconds, and after one period, we have a 2-1 lead here for Levy of Del Val. It's going to be Levy's choice. Coach Fitz indicating his wrestler to go bottom to start the second period. As both wrestlers will get themselves set.
Day is the younger brother of James Day, who graduated out of Wabash in Illinois, I think. Wabash, I think it's Midwest College. He's out there doing really well.
Also an older brother of Cullen Day too. And definitely Pat Day is definitely the biggest of the three. I know Cullen wrestled in the 106, 113 weight class there, and James wrestled around those weights, around 120, 26, around that. But 3-1 now for Levy. See what Levy can do here. Now he's trying to work on that underhook. Is Levy. A lot of hand fighting here from both wrestlers. It's always very hard to wrestle when you have a shoulder injury like that, but you know, Day definitely prevailing through that. I don't know what you would rather have, a torn ACL or a knee problem or a shoulder injury.
Knee.
Because I think you use a lot of your shoulder for the pinning combinations
and
everything.
Strength and everything. Knee, you know, you can get around it a little bit. Shoulder, it's basically all you do.
Had a teammate that tore his labrum junior year, and then his senior year tore his ACL in football, wrestled through it and everything, and definitely prevailed through all that. He was a two-time region qualifier. Goes out of bounds.
Those cheerleaders have fear in their eyes.
As we always say.
Second time in a row.
But we got 42 seconds left to go in the second period. Levy leads this one 3-1, trying to get in on a shot of his own.
This will be interesting what Levy does here, because you're getting into the later bouts now. We started heavyweight, so you're looking at we have 165, 175, 190, 215. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Definitely, and you know, you have on the other side, you have John Roth coming up for Phillipsburg. You have Liam Packer coming up, and then you've got the 90 and 215.
You got Anderson Olcott. You have, so I mean, there's some quality wrestlers still coming up.
Definitely, and it will make things very interesting to see what will happen. We're going to go right back to the center of the mat. 10 seconds left to go in the second. Levy holds on right now for a 3-1 lead. That's the end of 2 periods.
2 periods, Ben Levy is 3-1.
See what Day chooses. I think he's going to go bottom, which has been a favorite tonight for both the Stateliners and the Terriers. And for most wrestling teams, for sure, they always like to choose the bottom. Now working on that crossface was Levy. Crossface thrown in there. Control that wrist now is Levy. Now trying to get in on a switch there was Day, but nothing doing there. Levy gonna cut him, make it now 3-2. Levy leads it. But definitely been a very good bout here so far between these two. 3-2 for Levy. As both wrestlers feeling each other out, head taps, a lot of hand fighting too, as we've seen. Getting near the out of bounds line was both wrestlers. Patch Day just needs to be careful he doesn't give up anything here.
Yeah, just got to make sure Levy does well here.
So Levy leads this one 3-2. 1 minute left to go in the third period. Now a stall warning on Levy, I believe. Yeah, Levy, they called out a stall warning on Levy. The first one of this bout.
That's interesting. I mean, I didn't see it, but
It's tough. It really is tough. But Levy definitely been the aggressor of this bout for sure. And now he gets in on a shot of his own, in deep on a shot. See if he finishes it. He will, and extends the lead 5-2. Got 30 seconds left to go in the third. See if we could try to work something, but nothing doing there. But a win is a win for Del Val for sure in this bout. Just has to be careful he doesn't get hit. But now, I believe that's going to be, should be now 5-4.
no, 5,
right?
Oh, they're 5-4.
Yeah, I was going to say, because that's the second warning, that the second stall that Levy got. So that should be a point now. So it's 5-4. 16 seconds left to go in the third. Oh boy. Definitely things are going to get very interesting here to see what will happen. 10 seconds left to go in the third. Levy holding on for dear life. See what he can do. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's going to be the end as Levy wins this one 5-4 over Day of Phillipsburg. Congratulations to Levy for winning that one. Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. If you like everything that we have provided here tonight on our YouTube page, please be sure to hit that little like button down below and hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your state. GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. We provide the best wrestling coverage in the state of New Jersey. There is no question about it. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. We are here at Phillipsburg High School covering the Phillipsburg Stateliners and the Delaware Valley Terriers with your commentators on the call, Donald J. Brower and James Clarke. We are here at 165 pounds right now with Roth from Phillipsburg and Sinkowitz from Del Val.
Sinkowitz was in on a nice shot there.
And Roth, the younger brother of Austin Roth, who was a solid wrestler for the Stateliners 5 years ago.
Now, my basic math tells me right now, if anything, let me see, it's 11. Anything with a major decision is going to make it really tough for the Terriers.
Absolutely agree, 100%. If they lose this bout, it will be okay, but that's definitely something that Del Valle definitely does not want. They want to definitely win this one here against Roth.
And they don't want to lose it by pin, because then you have to pin out the rest of the way.
And that will be extremely hard for sure.
Especially when you have Liam Packer over there, who I don't think he's getting pinned.
100%. Sinkowitz trying to get in of something of his own. Blocking it off there is Roth. Nice job by him. And Sinkowitz finishing up, and he's got the takedown. Leads it 2-0 over Roth. Something that he definitely needed for sure. And he's going to cut him. Makes it now 2-1. Now getting
nice
another
ankle
shot.
pick.
Now getting another shot of his own is Sinkowitz. It's 2-1 right now after the escape point.
Roth is scrambling really well on this too.
It's very close to it, and he's going to get the takedown right before the end of the first period. And we're going to go into the second period with a 4-1 lead here for Sinkowitz. Awesome job by him just to continue wrestling. He's going to go bottom to start the second period. We'll see what happens going into the second period and see what Roth can do.
That's going to be interesting too, not only for this, but this is the first of a really brutal week for the Terriers. They got Huntington Central tomorrow. I know they got somebody Thursday, Friday. It's been a brutal week. And this is cutoff week too, so a lot of teams are scrambling to get some last matches so they can make the minimum 10 bouts in state for the upcoming sectional tournament.
Definitely, 100% for sure. And, you know, Del Valle, we've seen them all year this year. They've been absolutely dominant in every match that they've wrestled in. Definitely
I don't think there's any doubt that they're not going to be Group 1 favorite, win their section, and go down. I think it's going to be them and Kittatinny, honestly.
I really think so, too, 100%. I think when I saw that at Morris Knolls a couple of weeks ago, that very well looked like a preview of what Group 1 finals are going to look like.
And Kittatinny, when we've seen them since, I've talked to their wrestlers and their coaches, they didn't think they wrestled the best in that match, so they feel like they almost got like a look, and now they have a shot.
I know a couple of years ago they wrestled. Kittatinny beat them by a point, and then they went into that Group 1 final there.
Down at Franklin.
Yep, and then they ended up losing that one. So wrestling's a weird sport. Anything can happen on any given day. It just all comes down to matchups.
And the coin toss.
100%. Sinkowitz getting in, got the takedown of his own. Leads it now 7-1. Definitely working for bonus points for sure is Sinkowitz.
If they run this and they get a pin here, it's going to make the last part of this entire match very interesting.
It's going to be absolutely insane to see what happens. As you said, we're going to see Liam Packer coming up here shortly. Then you're going to look at Anderson Ilcott from Del Valle. It's just going to make things super interesting to see what will happen. 20 seconds left to go in the second period. Sinkowitz is definitely doing what he can to earn a bonus point victory. That would be absolutely huge for them, but a pin is definitely something they would prefer.
I'll know what he'll get here later on, but we'll go to the third, 7-1.
7-1 lead here for Sinkowitz. We'd like to take the time to thank our main live stream sponsor for tonight, Villa Roller Rink in Washington, New Jersey, for providing financial support for tonight's action. Now we're back to the action with Roth choosing bottom to start the third period, and Sinkowitz trying to get some bonus points here for his Delaware Valley team, and we'll see if he can do it.
Breaks him down. He wants to obviously work up and try to get some sort of tilt here.
He's been doing just absolutely incredible, winning this one 7-1, getting a couple of takedowns there. Definitely looking for more, though, for sure, is Sinkowitz.
He's trying to lock his hands in there for a cradle,
which definitely could happen in his advantage, but a little bit of bad position right there. Just needs to pop out to the other side to see if he can get something there. They're doing really good there now. Roth there, should be still 7-1. Minute 10 left to go in the third. Trying to lift back up is Sinkowitz. Gonna let Roth go. Now make it 7-2. After that escape point. 1 minute to go in the third period. See what happens here, but Sinkowitz needing something big. A win definitely helps for sure, but if they get any extra bonus points for them, it would definitely be huge for them.
100%.
And some hand fighting there. Roth getting in on a shot of his own after that counter shot from Sinkowitz. Now getting in, but nothing doing there. Just wasn't in that great of position to get it. But Sinkowitz, see if he could try to get it. All he has to do is just drop to a leg, and he might be able to get it. Got the takedown near it at least, and he will get it. And we'll see if he gets something here. We got about 10 seconds left to go in the third period. He's got to do something quick, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to do it. Not enough time to do it. And Sinkowitz is going to walk away with a 9-2 victory. But that could very well help out the Stateliners too, if not giving up that extra bonus point victory. Makes it now 27-19, the Stateliners. Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. If you like everything that we have provided here tonight, please be sure to hit that little like button down below and hit the subscribe button on our YouTube page for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your site, GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. We have Liam Packer here for Phillipsburg and Savacool from Del Val as Packer got in on that takedown, leads it now 2-0. Packer definitely been having a very, very nice season for the Stateliners this year, as he recently won the HWS tournament after beating Bryce Coesfeld of Kittatinny. And see if he can try to run something here. This pin here will seal it for the Stateliners. But nothing doing there. No back points given yet. And we'll see what he can do from that. Nothing doing there is Packer. See if he can try to do something with that, but nothing doing there for him. Working to the side, just has to be careful he doesn't get hit for stalling on his side, but could be the bottom man that gets hit for it. And now checking him back there. Great job by Packer, checking him right back. That's something that most wrestlers should be doing. And Packer is near the pin and wrapping it up for the Stateliners. If he can get it here.
This place is going to explode if he gets his pin here.
He's definitely near for sure. He should be getting it. But fighting off of it is Savacool. And that's it. And that pin clinches it for the Stateliners.
Well, I'll tell you something else you need to worry about here. If you're the Stateliners, you won that match, but Liam Packer gets up grabbing his hand and his elbow's bleeding. That's something we're going to need to look at in future, because, you know, you talk about winning battles, but how about the war? You know, and I don't know. Liam Packer looks his elbow's banged up a little bit there.
Yeah, he's limping off a little bit there too. Stateliners lead it 33-19. Follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter, GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. If you like everything that we have provided here tonight through our live stream, please be sure to hit that little like button down below, and be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube page for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your site, GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. We are here at Phillipsburg High School, covering the Phillipsburg Stateliners and the Delaware Valley Terriers, with your commentators on the call, Donald J. Brower and James Clarke. We are here at the 190-pound bout here between Stone from Phillipsburg and Roman from Delaware Valley.
Liam Packer clinched the match for the Stateliners last match.
Definitely. Definitely a huge win for him there. And definitely avenges the team's loss last year, as they lost last year to Del Val.
They're going to hand the Terriers their first loss of the season. And it could be, like I said, a tough week for the Terriers. They have tomorrow night, they're going to be wrestling Huntington Central. And then you're going to look at them next week. Later on in the week, they got a tough tough matchup coming up as well.
100%, and Hunterdon Central definitely wrestling hot right now, as they just recently beat Mount Olive by a point.
They have listen to this lineup for this week for these Terriers. Today at Phillipsburg, tomorrow at Hunterdon Central, Saturday at Warren Hills.
Not an easy stretch of wrestling for sure.
That's a brutal stretch right there. You know, and, I think they'll be favored against Warren Hills. And it's going to be a toss-up tomorrow against Hunterdon Central.
100%. Hunterdon Central's been wrestling hot ever since that loss to the Stateliners, their only loss so far.
And came back and won the HWS 3 days later in this very gym.
It was absolutely impressive to see them do that. And they just recently came off of a big win over Mount Olive, too. Beat them 35-34. Beginning in on another scramble yet again are both wrestlers. 2-1 lead here for Roman. 20 seconds left to go in the first period, as both wrestlers feeling each other out, well, in a scramble position at least for sure. As the student section for the Stateliners over there shining their flashlights over, waving goodbye to the Delaware Valley team in the student section. So Roman leads this one 2-1 over Stone.
Hey, let's go.
It's going to be Roman's choice. He's going to go bottom to start the second period.
As you see, as you said, the student section's in the nice camera shot there.
Definitely the best camera shot for sure.
Swim.
We'd really like to thank Kyle Fleming and the staff here at Phillipsburg for allowing us to come out and broadcast this match. And, you know, one of the top matches, one of the top teams. Going to be back here Saturday against Ocean Township.
And that should be another great match for the Stateliners on Saturday for them here.
If I remember correctly, you and Shane are going to be on that call.
That's what rumor has it. So
well, I'm going to be doing the MCT, and then my wife told me she'd stab me in the throat if I did a second match that day. So you and James get to go. No, my wife didn't stab me in the throat. I don't want people thinking I'm a victim of domestic violence either. She just browbeats me into taking her on Disney trips. So it's the same thing.
Oh yeah, 100%. Minute 10 left to go in the second period. Roman leads this one 4-1. Let's see if he can try to lock up something there. Maybe
gotta watch
Stone.
A defensive pin here.
Yeah, it could be a defensive pin for Stone.
Stone ran a little high there. Gets the reversal.
I was going to say, he should be close to that. He got the reversal, so that's something that he needed. And then now he's going to try to run the arm bar. Could have been very, very close to a defensive pin. Makes it now 30 seconds left to go in the second period. Roman leads it still by 1, but Stone has other ideas as he continues to work for that arm bar. And gonna get some back points. We'll see if he can get the pin for the Stateliners. And he does! Great job there by Stone after trailing. Extends the lead 39-19 over the Terriers. Follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. If you like everything that we have provided here tonight, please be sure to hit that little like button down below and hit the subscribe button on our YouTube page for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your site, GardenStateHSWrestling.com is where it's at. So Anderson Olcott here for Delaware Valley. We are at the final bout of the evening at 250 pounds. And we have Nate Smith for Phillipsburg. The match underway here as the Stateliners already clinched it. They will give the Terriers, as we said, their first loss of the season. But definitely nice to see, like, you know, a match like this, even though with it clinched already. It's nice to see a final bout like this happen.
100%. You tried to mute me there. I know what you did. You tried to shut me up. It's always good to see something like this. You know, usually you see people forfeit, and it changes what the score is like. But this is a solid matchup between two guys. And, you know, listen, sure, this is the first loss for the Terriers. It's a Division One. It's a Group 1, Group 5 school. Terriers came out here and fought. You look at some of these matches. They had the game plan they wanted. They limited a lot of the guys who are the big studs to regular decisions, even major decisions. That's their MO. So their game plan worked well. They just didn't get the other swing bouts they wanted to. And do I think this? I think if anything, this fires them up. I think they have a really good shot to beat Huntington Central tomorrow, and a really good shot to beat Warren Hills on Saturday. This is a team I still think has championship goals. I think it's a team that wins their section and is going to be in the Group 1 final. So this is a little stumble in the road for them for another title.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And you know that when you come to Phillipsburg, you know it's going to be a war. You just absolutely know that.
And this is a tough place. I mean, this gym may not be the Pit, but it's getting that feel where people come in and are intimidated by it. It's not the Pit, but it's getting close.
Oh, yeah, it most definitely is. I know it took some people a long time to get used to the feel of matches being held here at the new high school, but it's really picking up now for sure, especially with these nice matchups and rivalries here like we've seen with Delaware Valley, and they wrestled Easton this past weekend. So,
and it's good also that they still have the old high school is now the middle school, so they use it for that. So it's now that's where the Pit is. So it's a great time.
Absolutely.
We were just there last week. You can see on the YouTube channel the match against Watchung Hills. It was a critical and fan success. We got so much feedback for how good we did on it, especially in the senior citizen community. Like, they loved me, like wanted me to adopt me as their grandson. It was a whole thing.
So we go into the second period. We're all tied up at 0. And getting the escape there is Olcott, leading it 1-0. And getting on the shot there is Olcott. Now Smith trying to get in on a shot of his own. Even without Rivera this year for the Stateliners, got to admit, Stone and Smith, they've definitely been carrying and helping out with the upper weights for sure.
100%. And when you have somebody like a Wargo and a Packer in there that you can kind of get on both sides of that, that loss, it's a really good, solid team of Peaburg. And, if they had Rivera in here, who knows what they could have done. I mean, we've talked about them. They're going to have a really solid run. I think they're going to win their section, depending on how it goes in groups. I think they make the group finals. They're down at Rutgers. They're going to wrestle a Southern team if that's how it breaks down. It's going to be really tough because Southern's such a good team.
Oh, Southern is, yeah.
They're going to make it's a team that what we're talking about has made the group finals the last 2 years, 1-1. They're poised to make another group final, a group final run. So, I mean, this program's on the rise, and they still got some really good kids. They have a good class of seniors who are leaving. They got some really good young guys I think could step in.
100%. They have a good junior class, sophomores. There's some good freshmen, too. You'll see Garrix in the future do some big things, Pettinelli, and then you still have next year, you'll have both the Goleta brothers. You'll have Gavin Hawk still. So you're still going to be really
they're going to – listen, so some of the guys they're losing, yes, it's going to sting losing a Wargo and guys like that. Trust me. But the one thing I'll say is that this is no disrespect to Wargo. Heavyweight's such an open weight that as long as you have a guy out there, it's a great bonus to have a stud like that, a hammer to get 6. But as long as you have a guy there that can control it and not lose and just keep it close, heavyweight's open. You're not talking about a minute, and it's coming from a heavyweight. So that's a loss, but it's not as big as what everybody would make it seem when push comes to shove. They can mitigate that and get somebody out there. Like we saw some of their JV kids who were doing really well out here before we started. They have some really quality kids that I think may be blocked in the lineup by a Wargo and those guys. And then, when you're in a room with a Wargo, you get those little notes in, mental notes that's only helping them in the future.
Absolutely. And they'll have a lot of success in the future for sure, too.
Yeah, I don't think they're going away for a long time.
No, and probably even never either. Honestly, because they've just been a wrestling factory for
the feeder program brings them along. I think if I remember correctly, they've had maybe one down year in the 11 years I've done the site. They had a down year.
Yeah.
A down year for Phillipsburg, which would have been a great year for 98% of the schools in this state.
Most definitely, and that's a quote-unquote down year and still dominant. So
Olcott's in control here.
Leads at 3-1. See if we can try to run something here. We'd like to take the time to thank our main sponsor for tonight, Villa Roller Rink in Washington, New Jersey for providing financial support for tonight's action. We'd also like to take the time to thank the following sponsors for tonight's match, and they are the following: Cagliardi and Melski Attorneys at Law, Sharky's Alpha, Judy's Auto Repair, Rocco's Pizza, Bagel Shack Food Mart, Duke's Pizza, Dutch Mill Market, Kingwood Auto Service, and Joe's Steak Shop for providing financial support this season to allow GardenStateHSWrestling.com's broadcast of tonight's match.
1, 2.
Olcott trying to see if he can get some back points out of it. The official says no. 30 seconds left to go in the bout. Olcott leads it 3-1. Trying to see if they can get some back points here to try to put some exclamation point on the victory. 15 seconds left to go in the third. Olcott leading this one 3-1. But at least Del Val, they will end the night on a victory, as Olcott will walk away with a 3-1 decision. Final score for tonight is the Stateliners 39, Terriers 22.
Score 3-1. Final score: Stateliners 39, Terriers 22. Stateliners next match this Saturday night.
Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. If you like everything that we have provided here tonight for tonight's matchup between Phillipsburg and Delaware Valley, please be sure to hit that little like button down below, and be sure to also hit the subscribe button on our YouTube page for all of your wrestling needs. Your teams, your counties, your site. GardenStateHSWrestling.com, it's where it's at. We provide the best wrestling coverage in the state of New Jersey. There's no question about it. Do you like what you see today? Are you looking for a way to advertise your business to customers? We have limited sponsorship opportunities left for the 2023-24 season. You can sponsor one of our live streams or a local team page. Just click on a blank ad logo and fill out the sponsor form. Let GardenStateHSWrestling.com make you the star of the show.
We're back here in the Harrington Company's press box. James, great match, kind of what we thought would happen. It was a little more spread out than I thought. Terriers had a great game plan. They wanted to come in, they wanted to limit certain people, they wanted to do their stuff. They did that, but it just, that Phillipsburg team is just too much to overcome.
And definitely the momentum started at 120 pounds with Owen Garrix getting that upset win 5-3. And I think that definitely was a big difference maker there. Could have been a little bit closer.
That's a swing match right now. You know, that you're talking about. We're talking about 39-22. That's a swing there. Maybe it's a little momentum. Maybe they wrestle a little different. Who knows? But I mean, you know, great job by the Terriers. Great job by Phillipsburg for, you know, what they did out here today. But we got a huge week of action coming up. We are going to be Thursday night. I'm going to be at we are going to be at the Cody Arena in West Orange, covering the semifinals and finals of the Essex County Tournament. Then Friday, I'm going to be in Clifton, covering the PCTI at Clifton matchup, which will be for the Independence Division in the the Big North Conference. There's going to be a big conference match there. You guys are going to be at Sparta, Kittatinny at Sparta, wrestling up there, a big non-division NJAC match. And then Saturday, we're going to have all the action. Coach Bay and I are going to be doing the Morris County Tournament Finals with interviews. And then you guys are going to be right here. James Clarke and Shane Dunn are going to be right here for Ocean Township at Phillipsburg. So, for James Clarke, for Samantha, our wonderful cameraman, with the great shots, by the way, best camerawoman we've had. She was the only camerawoman we had for a while, but she's the best camerawoman we've had now. She's the #1 camerawoman on the stream and in our hearts. But for her, I'm Donald J. Brower. We'll see you tomorrow.